for a team.
Yeah,
now, if you
we
take
can
your
do this.
tablets out, please, I'll ask you a series of questions. You write me down a number as your answer, and I will take the average of each pair as their answer. Have a little go at home as well, see if you can get closer to the real answer than our pairs here. Your first question is... According to the Great Elephant Census published in 2016, how many savannah elephants are there in Africa? And that savannah elephants is just your regular elephant.
Regular elephant.
Oh, OK.
So elephants, really. I love an elephant.
Me too.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want one
Majestic
in your house,
creatures.
though, would you?
Penny, you wouldn't want one in your house. You wouldn't want to be too up close to one in an uncontrolled environment.
Do you remember that time when there were all those jokes about how can you tell that an elephant's been in your fridge?
Yes.
Footprints in the butter.
Yeah. Everyone's in. What do you think at home on this one? Penny, what was your thinking on this?
I'm hoping that Hannah is going to go higher because I think... Because I think...
50,000.
Or maybe lower. Do you know what? Frankly, I've no idea.
Hannah, have you gone up or down? For
I've
50,000?
gone completely the opposite way.
Yeah, that doesn't sound...
You know, elephants are struggling, right?
Yeah.
Elephants are getting
Struggling.
poached,
Yeah.
like...
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it might surprise me, but I reckon it might be quite low.
7,435. Lovely and
Nice,
specific
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Your average is? 28,717 and a half elephants. That doesn't sound crazy, does it?
No, I'm pretty...
Rhys, where are you on this?
This game stresses me out because I don't know... You just don't know what to do with logic. But for me, I went low at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then it's Africa. That's a big continent.
It's a big
so I'm
continent.
like, there must be way more. But I kind of went big, and I went 850,000.
You did go big,
Kinda went
850,000.
quite big.
I hope that is the answer, if you know what I mean.
I want it to be,
Yeah.
because I like elephants,
Yeah.
so I'd like them to stay around.
Hey, listen, we all like elephants. And Neil, I presume you've gone down, have you gone up? Do you like elephants, Neil?
Well, who doesn't love an elephant?
Okay, good.
And I've witnessed them in the wild many, many times. But I think I went depressingly low at first.
Yes.
And then I changed my mind. So this is why it looks a bit not like a 4, but that's a 40,000.
40,000.
I started with 20,000 and then altered it.
Your average, gents, is 445,000.
I hope...
I want that to be
I do hope that's right.
Listen, for the sake of the planet, I hope you guys get the point. For the sake of fairness, I'm easy. I'm neutral. Let's find out, shall we? What have you said at home on this one? Let's take a look. How many elephants are there in Africa? Which team has won the point? 352,000. Oh, that's nice.
Go on. My heart is happy.
Oh, classic House of Games. In 2021, how many pet cats were there in the UK?
Okay.
That's according to the PDSA. How
I don't
many
understand
pet
anyone
cats?
who owns a cat.
You don't understand anyone who owns a cat?
Hey,
I own a cat.
My nickname's the Cat. Steady.
Yeah.
My name is Cat.
Oh, it is, actually.
And I still don't like them.
What do you think at home? Have you got a cat watching the TV with you right now? Jane, what are you thinking here?
I think I might have gone a bit low. It was just a number that came to me.
15,000.
15,206.
Oh, God.
Lovely. Yeah, I wonder if that's a bit low. But I don't
think
know.
it's low.
That
know the
seems
answer.
quite... I mean, compared to
So,
mine,
cat trivia. Well, that's OK, because we're taking
No,
the
that's
average.
good, because then we'll take an average.
Have you gone up?
I went 1.2 million.
Yeah, that doesn't sound crazy.
I think that's good.
So your average is 607,603 cats in the UK. Phil, the cat himself? What have
Yes,
you gone with?
meow. I've gone 380,000.
It looks like you went for 200,000 and then added a cat's tail.
Yes, that's right.
Lovely.
To 380.
Beautiful. Rob, gone up or down from that?
I went pretty high up.
OK.
I've gone high. I thought, well, there's 60 million people.
Yes.
So I halved it and then made it a bit less.
Wow.
25 million.
25 million.
I reckon
Terrifying
it's
thought,
right.
actually.
So we've gone from 15,000 up to 25 million
I regret it, don't
during
get
the
me
course
wrong.
of this round. But yeah, that's a lot of cats. 25 million, says Rob. Gents, your average is 12 million. What do you think at home? Where have you gone? Should we find out who's won the points?
Yeah.
How many pet cats were there in the UK in 2021? 10 million there were. 10 million.
You're the one who did the
Well, 10 million. What is the population of Truro, Cornwall's only city? Well, that's your neck of the woods, isn't it?
I'm from Devon, Richard,
Devon,
so
but-
that's actually quite offensive.
Do you live near Truro?
I live probably 100 miles from Truro.
Me told what I said wasn't offensive. That is apparently it's 112 miles.
There we are. It was a good guess, wasn't it?
Is neck of the woods.
Yeah, fine.
What do you think at home on this one? What's the population of Truro? Martin, what are you thinking?
I changed my views because at first I didn't read the whole question.
Oh, yes.
It was a bit silly because it said city, and I thought, oh, God. So for some reason I was thinking Truro wasn't actually a city, so I put 1.5 million.
1.5 million? 1.5 million feels quite punchy. I think that would make it Britain's second biggest city. I think it would. Charlie, are you somewhere in that ballpark?
I am in that ballpark. I've gone for 1 million, which feels
a
bit stupid now.
So 1.25 million people in Truro, you're saying. What a metropolis Truro is. Val, are you in the millions here?
No, I started my journalistic career 1 million years ago when we still used chisels and stone, working in the southwest. And I remember Truro being surprisingly small. So I've gone with 8,500.
We have a real difference of opinion here, don't we? Rebecca, are you happy with Val's answer?
Yes, I'm cheered by it somewhat, because I said 23,000.
23,000. So, yeah, thinking very similarly down there. Well, listen, at least both teams are in sync with each other, if not with the other team. So your average is 15,750. What do you think at home on this one? How many people live in Truro? Is it in the millions, or is it somewhere nearer 15,000? Let's find out, shall we? And find out if we're about to give Rebecca and Val a point. It is 22,000. What did you write?
So close.
22,000.
Oh, my God. How many squares are there on a Scrabble board? How many squares are there on a Scrabble board?
I played...
Just going to guess.
I played a lot of Scrabble when I was...
That's good. OK, everyone in? Natasha, what are you thinking on this?
I think I'm terrible at maths.
OK, great.
This is essentially a maths question. And annoyingly, I'm good at Scrabble.
Oh, are you?
But that's
okay.
not
How many
maths.
squares are there? 360.
60, yeah.
That doesn't sound crazy, Charlie. Does that sound crazy to you?
No.
No. Have you gone up or down?
I've gone a little up, and so I'm bad at maths, and I don't play Scrabble.
Wow,
So,
the perfect combination.
So here we go.
400, OK. Listen, thinking along the same lines, I can work out the average there. 380 is your average. Eddie, you don't look happy with your answer, if you don't mind me saying.
So here's the thing, right? I was thinking of how small the squares were and how small the board was. And it can't... That's too many.
You think?
Well... OK.
OK. Listen, Eddie, at some point we've got to do this. 48. Might be a little low, but listen, who knows?
But you never know the average between...
Oh, my goodness, Faye, if you've gone too high, this is going to be the perfect team.
You see?
Yeah.
Who knows?
So, Faye, have you gone too high?
I went 400.
Oh, OK, same as Charlie. So your average is 224. So we've got 380 against 224. That's close, I think. How many squares are on the Scrabble board? Who scored the point? 225.
Wow.
Can I say, terrible answers, both of you. But look at that average. I'm going to give you 2 points each for that, because that's about as close as anyone ever gets on this show.
I've got average knowledge.
According to the most recent study by the Department for Transport, how many traffic signs are there in England?
Low.
You know, it's about time we found that out. How many... Wow. They've counted them to the nearest 10,000.
Oh, wow.
Traffic sign.
Oh, gosh.
What do you think on this one at home? Everybody is in. Evelyn, what are you thinking on this one?
I just couldn't process a number higher than this.
Yes, OK. This is the biggest number you know.
It's the biggest number I know, Richard. But I've done 1,369,575.
575. Kerry, you gone up or down from 1.3 million?
Mummy's gone really down.
Oh, really? Okay.
Really low.
Okay.
I live in the countryside.
Oh, OK.
So there's no traffic lights.
Traffic signs?
Well, traffic... Oh, no! I thought it was traffic lights! Oh, no!
Oh, this is great. Can I guess what picture you've drawn as well?
Well, just lots of stars.
Oh, no, that's OK.
Hearts.
So you've gone 16,000.
Yeah.
So your average is 692,787.5. Joe, what were your thoughts here?
Numbers aren't my strong point.
Gotcha.
So I actually went even lower. I went 120,000.
120,000. That sounds reasonable. Toby, does that sound reasonable to you?
Not really. I've gone for 5 million. Well, I'm thinking there are 65 million people in the country.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. And I'm thinking, using that as some kind of measurement, but obviously in the countryside where Kerry is, etc., there will be less signs.
Yeah.
But in London, where I live, I mean, there are just...
So many.
You know, walking signs, road signs, traffic signs, you know, the whole lot. So I'm going high on that.
So your average, gents, is 2.56 million.
Wow.
So we've got 692,000, 2.56 million. What do you think at home on this? Where have you gone? Who's going to score the point? How many traffic signs are there in England? 4.5. Wow, Toby.
Quite close.
That's amazing.
Quite close.
How many different people have visited the International Space Station? According to NASA, up to the time of recording. How many people? What do you think at home on this one? Where would you go? Everyone in?
Yeah.
I'm
changing mine. Yep, done.
Happy at home? You got an answer on this one? It's a tricky one, isn't it? Rue, what were you thinking?
I initially thought 32.
Yeah.
And then I changed it to 54. For some silly reason, I thought of a base here where people can go visit.
Oh, OK.
So I thought, is this out there in space or here?
Oh, it's the space one.
Thank goodness, because I was about to put down 70 million.
That makes sense.
At which point I thought, oh, no.
54 doesn't sound crazy. Claire, does it sound crazy to you?
I think I've made a silly mistake.
Uh-oh.
Because I didn't take into account the word international.
Yes.
Which means like, everybody probably goes there, don't they?
Yeah, I think certain countries sort of, yeah.
So I put 15 because I just thought not that many people would have gone there because it's quite far away.
Yes, it is a long way away.
It's far away.
I have a feeling we're quite low, actually.
Claire and Rue, your average is slightly unfortunate. 34.5 people have been to the International Space Station. John, are you OK? You're looking for last-minute reassurance from Dermot?
Oh, I think it's like Piccadilly Circus up there.
Right.
300.
So 300, that doesn't sound crazy to me either. None of the answers sound crazy yet. Dermot, are you gone up or down?
I'm going a little down from yours. So
great.
240, so roughly in the same area.
Yeah.
Because I think they change every 6 months, and it's been up there for about 20 years, and...
Yeah, there's a little bit of logic there.
That's good.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at your average, which is 270. So we've got 34, we've got 270. What have you got at home? Let's take a look. What's the answer? How many people have been up there, and who scored a point? 258.
Oh, nice.
Close.
That's pretty
Amazing.
close. How many midwives work for the NHS in England?
Come on, guys.
Hold on a minute. Someone should have an advantage here.
Right up.
How many midwives work for the NHS in England, according to figures in 2022?
Not enough.
Yeah, absolutely. You write that down, I'll give you a point.
Thanks.
If there's too few, that's a midwife crisis, right? Lewis, what were you thinking on this one?
I was thinking 100,000.
OK, 100,000, says Lewis. Justin, you're up or down from that?
Further down than that.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about 500 hospitals with 5 midwives. I don't know. 2,500.
2,500. Big difference of opinion, but the average might be perfect. That's the point of this round, isn't it? So your average, gents, 51,250.
Sorry, just.
That doesn't sound crazy, isn't it? That sounds like too few to me.
Yeah.
I would have thought, but I could be wrong. Helen, it feels like you've got expert knowledge, but I know you haven't.
Yes, but mine stops at 1968.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
A few years behind. But shamefully so, and this is something that I will go home and research after.
You don't need to, as I'm about to tell you.
OK.
And you're saying...
Not enough for an
60,000.
extra point.
Not enough for an extra. Well, we'll see. Well, so I'll take that on advisement. So 60,000. So not a million miles away from the average of the gents there. Callie, up or down from that?
Well, Helen, you're looking at me with hope in your eyes that I might help you. I'm just trying to be like you in this round. So bold but wrong.
Uh-oh.
So I've gone 750.
Wow.
Because...
What did 80 people in Britain?
Look, it's shift work.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
true. That's
I thought there
true.
would be part-time ones. I didn't know if you're including doulas, and that's very
Oh,
popular
nice.
now.
Yeah.
Thought
So I'm
so.
trying to throw some words in to make it look like there's
Yeah.
wrong
No,
with
I
my
hear
brain.
you. So your average, Helen and Callie, is 405,000. I wouldn't have a clue. How many midwives work for the NHS in England, and who scored the point? 22,000 is the answer.
We were so close,
So
Helen.
close, but actually, I think I should probably get a point for my not enough, because that does feel like it's not enough.
I think we'll give you an extra point, Helen.
And I
Absolutely
think we
right. So a
deserve
point for the
that,
gents as
okay.
well then. 22,000. Well done if you were close to that at home. If you are a midwife in the NHS, many thanks as well from all of us. Your next question is this. How many schools are there in the UK? How many schools are in the UK, including state and independent schools, from nursery up to secondary level?
All the schools.
No, just 80% of them.
80.
No, all of them. I'm hearing all, yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're looking for. Yeah, where would you even start with this?
No idea.
Darren, what was your thinking?
I went with 80,000.
80,000?
Yeah. You know, there's like, what, 60-odd million people? And then...
Not everyone goes to school.
Not everyone goes to school. So, yeah, I just went 80.
Janet, up or down from that?
Well, with amazing synchronicity.
Oh, look at us.
First of all, I thought just loads, and then I realised that's not actually numerical. So, yeah, I thought 84,000 sounds like a sort of rough figure.
I'm going to do my Rachel Riley, Carol Vorderman thing now. 82,000 is your average.
Good.
I think.
Good maths.
82,000. Susie, where are you?
Saying 100,000.
These numbers feel high to me. I could be wrong.
Do you think?
A little bit.
Because I almost put 1 million.
I was close to doing that as well.
But so there would be one school for every 60 people.
Well, I think that smaller schools are the answer. So
I agree, but I think there's a limit. So 100,000. Radzi, where are you?
So I've gone lower than everyone. So 35,000.
Yeah.
And so my thinking is, you immediately think of secondary schools where there's, say, let's say 500, 600, 700 people, but I think all the primary schools, you get small primary schools, one's in countries, one's in the islands, Scotland.
Yeah.
So I'm going lower. So
your average is 67,500. What do you think at home? How many schools are there? We've got 67,000 and 82,000. Let's take a look, shall we? How many schools are there in the UK? Who's won the points? 32,000, Radzi. According to the US Department of Agriculture, how many pigs are there in the USA? Wow.
I mean...
That's the sort of question I like.
Where do you
To
start
the
with
nearest...
The nearest pig, Sean, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, whichever team gets closest, I don't need you to get the exact number.
OK.
OK, wow.
OK, everyone's in. What do you think at home on this one? That's a tricky one, isn't it? It could be, literally could be any number. Jean, sort of impossible to know where to begin on this.
No, I mean, you could just put anything in. So, random answer, I've gone for 10 million.
10 million? Yeah, that doesn't sound... Yeah, and a lovely picture.
Okay, good. Yeah, and a picture, illustration of a pig.
Ian, up or down from 10 million?
I've gone down.
Yeah.
I've gone 5 million.
5 million. But we're the same sort
Same
of idea.
ballpark.
7.5 million pigs.
I'm happy with that. Or do you think that's low?
I think it's low when I think about it, Ian. Why did we go so low?
Sean, what are you saying?
I think I've gone very low.
What have you gone for? Gone.
I've put 8.4
million.
I thought I was being clever by sticking a decimal in.
Rav, up or down from that?
I've got a bit higher,
Oh,
I have
okay.
to say. I've actually gone for 45.
Good answer.
45 million. Your average, Sean and Rav, is 26
sorry,
million.
Sean.
That's good. No, that's good.
Look how... I tell you what, should we not even bother looking at the answer? Should we just give you the point? Because it sounds right.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
We've got 7 million, we've got 26 million. How many pigs are there in the USA? 74 million pigs. Wow. According to Guinness World Records, how many bananas were in the largest bunch of bananas?
OK.
That's a good question.
OK. I think I got it bang on.
You got it bang on?
I think I got it bang on.
Tim, no pressure, but
No,
Jamie...
I've got this bang on
here.
I've got this bang on.
What do you think at home? It's a tricky one, isn't it? Laura, what were you thinking here?
I don't know why this number just came into my head. It could.
82.
I should do the lotto, maybe. That could be...
That sounds reasonable.
Does that sound?
I can imagine. I mean, listen, it's going to be a big number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sinatra, up or down from 82?
I'm going up. I think that Guinness World of Records has moved on so much that they astonish.
They've moved on so much.
Jaw-dropping numbers, so I've gone for 604.
That's a lot of bananas. OK, let's take a look at your average. 343
that pushed the average up.
bananas. Tim, what are you thinking?
So I'm a bit lower.
Yeah.
I've gone for 56 bananas.
56.
Still not messing about.
56 bananas. Now, Jamie, you think you've got this spot on?
Well, I know the answer.
Yes.
So the answer for you guys, it's 42.
Quite low, isn't it?
That is
quite low. Who'd have thought?
That is the answer.
Wow. But you're still confident that's the right answer?
Oh, I know that's the right answer.
OK, so your average, gentleman, is 49. Well, I'm interested to find out. How many bananas is the biggest bunch of bananas in history? Oh! 73.
Thank you.
How many new cars registered in the UK in 2021 were grey?
Wow.
It's the most popular colour of car.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do we think at home? You got a grey car?
I buy 7 new cars a year.
Yes, the average, but some people don't buy any.
Amazing.
Yeah. Some people keep hold of last year's one. Even so.
Yeah. I like to have one for every day of the week. That's my thing.
What happens when they get dirty?
Painted down the side.
Yeah. That's too many, isn't it? No, that's done.
OK, everyone's here. What do you think at home? Have you got a number in mind? This is tricky, isn't it? It's really hard to know where to start. Tom, what were you thinking here?
And I have to go into that more, do I?
No, you could. Listen,
I feel like that's how many grey new cars were registered in the UK in 2021.
That was your thinking? So,
basically.
So you wrote it down?
I just thought, there's lots of people who've got cars.
A lot of them are grey?
Some of them are grey.
Some of them, not all of them? 20,000?
That's basically what I've opted for.
That doesn't sound crazy to me.
Thank you.
Yasmin, up or down?
Down.
10,500. So not crazily down? I guess you'd both be fairly happy with the average?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking of changing to 15.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
There you go. Let's take a look at
that was my thinking.
Average then. It is 15,262.5 for Tom and Yasmin. Ingrid, what was your thinking?
No, this feels like I've lost my mind slightly. I've gone much higher, which is wrong. I'm sure of it. 100,000.
100,000,
That makes no
Ingrid.
sense.
But again, if that was the first thing that had come out of the pot, I'd have been like, yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah. I'm hoping you're going to...
Stephen, you gone up or down?
I'm getting slightly hysterical.
Oh, no.
I shouldn't have had that large espresso just before we started filming. I've gone 150,000.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Wow.
Well, one of us is very wrong.
If we lost our mind, we'd both lost the same mind.
No, that's good. I feel less
But
bad
you're
now.
very similar. Listen, like
Yeah.
minds, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like minds.
In the right pairs.
So 125,000.
We're glass half
is
full
what
kind of
average.
people.
Yeah. What do we think at home on this one? We've got 15,000, we've got 125,000.
Slight difference.
Let's find out, shall we? How many grey cars were registered in 2021 and who's won the point?
Oh, my goodness!
8,000? What? How many episodes of The Archers had been broadcast when the show's 70th anniversary was celebrated on New Year's Day 2021? Gosh. That is... Yeah, gosh.
It's going to be a lot.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. What do you think at home? Have we got any Archers listeners here?
So only like
in
occasionally.
my youth, I listened to...
Did you?
My parents insisted. I could tell you all about Brian and Shula.
Oh, Brian and Shula, that was
Absolute
big.
sauce.
Shula is a name I remember. My mum used to listen to it. Carrier, did you have any sums on this, or was it...
I did some really bad sums as someone who can't do sums. One a week, 70 years, and somehow I came up with this number.
25,000.
25,000.
Maggie, you up or down from 25,000?
I'm down.
OK.
But not too far down.
OK.
So I reckon there were 5 episodes a week.
Oh, I forgot that. I forgot that.
My mum listens to The Omnibus, and I think that's 5 episodes
You're
smushed
right.
together on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And so 50 weeks, well, 52 weeks of the year. And then it's been going on for 70 years. So I came up with around 16,000.
16,000.
Yeah.
Your average together is 20,500. Mike, does that sound reasonable to you?
Yeah, I use the same space logic as Maggie.
You got the exact same answer as a rocket scientist. Wow.
We could just both be horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I could be cheating.
16,000, but doing the same sum, essentially. And Gareth?
Yeah, I think I've got an extra zero.
OK.
by accident. I seem to have gone for 180.
180,000, yes, somewhere in the maths.
Yeah. Something went wrong with the math.
Yeah, that would be about 50 a week for 70 years. So it might be too many. So your average is 98,000.
Sorry, but...
So we've got 20,000, we've got 98,000. What have you got at home? Let's find out how many episodes have been broadcast and who has scored the point. 19,343.
Between us.
Very nice between you. Very, very close indeed.